Good evening, everyone, and welcome to TCOT Educational Series, session number 6 on NLP for Toastmasters. For today, we have a very special person with us. He's been a Toastmaster since 2016 and is a distinguished Toastmaster now. He's a corporate trainer, a YLP coordinator, and a certified NLP trainer. But more than that, he's the epitome of humbleness. I've personally learned a lot from him, like a lot. But there's still so much more to learn from this amazing personality. Without further ado, let me welcome distinguished Toastmaster Radhakrishnan onto the virtual stage. Over to you.
Thank you very much, Annie, for that wonderful introduction. And all and every one of you present here, my respects to each and every one of you for being here for this NLP training. At the outset, totally relax yourself. Don't worry. Okay, there is nothing to worry in NLP. It is not a rocket science. If you want to smoke, you smoke. If you want to have an apple, please have. If you want to talk to your neighbor, please talk. If you want to bring your child and put it in your lap, put it. Nothing to worry. Just be relaxed, totally relaxed. So that now you need not take notes of what I'm trying to tell because I've already sent the PowerPoint presentation to Annie. You all want that, she'll send it to you. Okay, if it is required. And what I'm going to talk today will be in the PowerPoint protection. I may not exhibit it if it is not required. So, NLP, Neuro Linguistic Programming. That's the expansion of NLP, Neuro Linguistic Programming. Nervous system, the nervous system through which the experience is received and processed through the 5 senses. What are the 5 senses? The eyes, the ears, the nose, the mouth, and the feelings. If I touch somebody, or if I tell, Parsul, what an amazing personality you are. He gets a feeling. Miniman, what a laugh you have. You get a feeling. Poonam Malik, what an amazing personality and beauty you look at. You get a feeling. On the contrary, if all the names which I collected now, and if I tell you bloody idiot, you thought you got the feelings? That's the 5 senses. Okay, those are the 5 senses. Linguistic is the language and non-verbal communication systems through which neural representations are coded, ordered, and given meaning. Can I tell you that once again? Languages and non-verbal communication systems through which neural representations are coded, ordered, and given meaning. Programming. The ability to organize your own communication and neurological systems to achieve specific desired goals and results, NLP will help. That is the expansion of NLP, Neuro Linguistic Programming. It is there in the PowerPoint. You need not worry what it is. You need not write. It is there. And I have given a little more than what I spoke now. Through NLP, you can build your relationships, increase your persuasive skills. I want every one of you to look at Poonam Malik. I'll tell you why after some time. Be in the same position, Poonam. Like this you were. Be in the same position. Yeah. Look at Poonam Manikam. Every one of you, look at her. Every one of us look at her. Because at a later stage, I will tell why I did this, why I wanted you to have a look at Poonam. Okay, just have a look. Okay, just have a look. That's enough. Thank you, Poonam, for that. Build personal relationships, increase your persuasive skills, have a positive mental attitude, increase your self-esteem, overcome the effects of past negative experience. Past negative experience, which I'm not going to do today. It is known as timeline. At a different time, when time permits, I will do that. Focus on goals and channelize your energy into achieving them. Perform at your best. Control the way you feel. Change unwanted habits. If time permits, I'll do one exercise on this. Achieve goals you previously considered impossible. Establish rapport with clients, customers, and all colleagues. Find creative ways to solve problems. Enjoy activities you used to fear. Use your time more effectively. Increase a sense of purpose in life. Acquire the skills you admire in others. Get more pleasure of life, not pressure into life. With that, it all started in the year 1970. Two young men, Richard Bandler, whom I have met, and John Grinder, were the founders of NLP. Richard Bandler joined as a student in the Californian University under Professor John Grinder, who was the youngest professor at that time in the Californian University. John Grinder was 29 years old and Richard Bandler was 20 years old. A mathematician, a computer expert, a psychologist, a persuasive skill man, and a lot of things about Richard Bandler at age 20 itself, and Grinder Erling. These two people joined together to translate what is known as the Gestalt therapy. I may not give a full expansion of what Gestalt therapy is. www.gestalttherapy.com. You will get pages after pages about Gestalt therapy, founded by Ferd. I don't have time for explanation. That's why, otherwise, at a later date, I will try. They were translating this into different languages. At that time, they found that people before the year 1970 were doing phenomenal job helping other people come out of trouble. I'll give you two examples of today, the various examples. I'll give two examples today of what people were doing before 1970, how Richard Bandler and John Grinder got into these people, learned from them, and then brought the name out NLP. Both these people worked in the Californian caves. One person they studied is Eric Milton, Dr. H. Eric Milton, a very powerful person as far as hypnotherapy is concerned. If you want some books, I'll suggest later. Hypnotherapy, very, very powerful. And he was the president of the hypnotic therapy, first president of America. Now, to get an appointment and consultation with Eric Milton, it will take 6 months. So powerful, so busy he was. Now, who is Milton Eric? What about his background? At age 17, he contracted polio and totally paralyzed from hip down. He had the same polio affected at age 52 also. And doctors were brought in by Milton Erickson's mother to treat him. 3 doctors assembled and told the mother of Milton Erickson, that this boy may not see the sunset by tomorrow. By that time, he will be ending his life. Thus, Eric Milton overheard. And he decided that I will see the sunset today evening. And if at all anything happens, let it happen. And there was a window where he was lying down, which was covered by a cupboard. He asked his mother, dear mother, kindly move the cupboard a little away from the window so that I can see the sunset. The mother was in tears when the son told this. She never knew what happened to this man. He saw the sunset and went into a coma for 3 days, and the rest is history. He came back as a hypnotherapist. He always used to tell, Milton in all his classes, he used to tell, the subconscious mind is a very benevolent organ, that organ or substance that you are having with you. Use it, use it, use it, use it. You cannot see the subconscious mind, okay? Like the brain. You cannot tell. Amrita, you can't see. It is the most benevolent thing he used to think. And he went into that and he recovered. Now, what he did, I'll give you 2 examples and then stop this because it's a fascinating subject on Milton Erickson. From age 17, he was in a wheelchair because he was paralyzed. And I told you it will take 6 months. One lady, quite fat, very fat. She could not sit in a chair and all the 2-3 chairs are very fat. Went into all kinds of therapy to reduce her weight and ultimately came down to Milton Erickson to reduce her weight. She had the appointment, and the next appointment, she was sitting and waiting for Milton Erickson in a place. Erickson came into the clinic driving his 2-wheeler slowly, came near this particular lady who was quite fat, who wanted to become lean, and shouted at her, "You big fat hen, get out of my clinic. And when you go out, pay my fees." Will you believe? In 6 months, she became half the size. That was the power of what Milton Erickson is. That's the power. I'll give you another example. The mothers used to bring the crying babies and tell Milton Erickson, these babies are crying. These babies are crying. We do not know what to do. Yeah, you also have cried. You must remember that. That's why your baby is also crying. Okay, we'll do something. Put them on the ground. Let them cry. Milton also used to, from his wheelchair, somebody has to help him. He'll also lie on the ground. Paralytic man. And he'll also start crying along with the children. He'll turn left, right, center. And at one point of time, he will show a doll and stop crying. Some of the children will see the doll stop crying. Mothers see what is happening and then react like that. So it's still crying. So he used to drink milk. They used to stop crying. His therapy was in action. And the children never used to cry after that. And finally, not going deep into Milton, let me ask every one of you to go back in age. At what age we would have started walking? 1 or 2? At age 1 or 2? Can you remember how you started walking? Each and every one of you. Cut me off and all of you come into the video. Can you remember when you started walking, how you walked? How you started walking? Can you remember how you walked? How you started walking?
No, sir, I can't.
Yeah, react. All of you react. Don't worry. All of you please react because it's not in the subconscious mind. Don't be like that. Just react. We cannot, because what has happened is We have seen our elder sisters or our sprout just walking. So what we did is we tried to walk. So we twisted. And do you know when you twisted? No. And you wanted to walk. You put both your hands and then started stretching. And still you're not walking. You fell down. Again you started. Then you stretched your leg. You stretch the other leg. Put your kneecap into tight. Put your hips tightened. Straightened everything. And started stalking. You fell on your buttocks. At that point of time, your mother gave a big whack onto your back. And you started crying. And then, but you will not leave. You want to stand. It's already gone there. And you stood up. You walked. That is how therapy is. Rishabh and John Grinder went to Milton Erickson and asked him, Erickson, how is that you're able to do such wonderful things? Milton said, I only know how to do it. I do not know how it is happening. Very true. Richard Bell and John Grinder then took it into their brains and understood in the neurotic level, something is happening. That's why there is a change. Whenever Milton Erickson get out of my clinic, crying and feeding, or whenever you wanted to stand up, these are all things which is happening, but it is happening here at a neurotic level. And the neurotic senses are eyes, ears, nose, smell, and touch, or feelings. That you must understand, okay? Have the base behind you. I'll go to the second therapist because Milton Erickson is a fascinating subject. It is one full book about Milton Erickson. I know you're able to see. It's a full book about Milton Erickson. You can go on reading wonderful things you will get. Now, second one. The second person is known as Vijina Satir, a very powerful lady at that point of time, a family counselor before 1970. I'll make it very short because I'm losing time. Before 1970. You know, before 1970, people used to come to Vijina Satir. Their husband and wife used to fight and come. Fighting each other. They even used to knock and thing and come to Vijina Satir. Vijina Satir used to put these two people apart and she used to sit along with them and talk. After 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, or 6 hours if need be, both of them will hold each other, plant a kiss, and walk out of Vijina Satir. That was the power of Vijina Satir, bringing in people. Amazing languages she used to use. And that's what I'm going to talk today. What languages, where you can fit it. And it fits in for Toastmasters also. Now, if you take the same example of Vijina Satir, the present day, I'm not blaming anybody. Please understand the present day. I have gone after getting trained into NLP. I have gone into the Madras High Court to see what is happening in a family court. And mind you, there are 5 family courts in Chennai alone. We do not know why this old man who's 65 years old wants to divorce his 20 years beautiful girl. 65 and 20. The reverse is also there. Where the lady is slightly older and the man is younger, why they want to get divorced. Some of the actors like Prashant wanted to divorce his own wife. Beauty, handsome guys, both of them arguing, spending money. It's because they have not understood each other. And that's the reason that there are no family court, no Vijina Satirs today, but counselors are there. You can go to a counselor, but I caution, as far as possible, don't go to a counselor for any counseling because unless it is damn needed, because they will give you a sleeping tablet and you will sleep your lifetime. You're not able to judge. So courts are much better than that. Okay, so with that, I'll get into this. Milton and John Grinder went into Vijana Setter. They became friendly, asked her. She made them sit along with her to find out what the job is going to. At that point of time, they knew and they understood that something happening at the neurotic level, which makes people understand. And they then decided to give a name for this, and that was named as neuro-linguistic programming. In the early years in the 1970s, they modeled all these people. If you read a book called Unlimited Power by Anthony Robbins, the cost of the book is 700 rupees or 800 rupees now. You need not buy it. Go any pirated copy, you will get it for 100 rupees or whatever it is. Amazing NLP techniques you can get. It's throughout. He himself has attended the NLP programs throughout NLP. Unlimited Power by Anthony Robbins. Okay, that's good. Now, how much time? I have finished half an hour. Okay. Now, coming into what is known as trying to find out where we can use NLP as far as Toastmasters is concerned. Toastmasters concerned. If I remember, if some of you remember, like Johnson, Annie, or last year, there was a judges training. The previous year, when I was the area director, there was a judges training. And before the judges training, 3 people were asked to come and talk, to train us to know. And one of them was a world champion. I forgot the year and his name, but he very clearly told, I used NLP in my talk. I used visual, auditory, and kinesthetic in my talk. That's how I got it, because I got the entire audience with me. Visual, auditory, kinesthetic. So I will be talking about what is visual, what is auditory, what is kinesthetic. I'll be telling you, giving you some little guidelines of what it is. You can understand what visual is, what auditory is, what kinesthetic. According to NLP, the entire human civilization can be led into 3 categories known as visual, auditory, and kinesthetic. At this point of time, Richard Bandler and John Grinder can go into only human being. But our Milton Erickson used to treat even horses, dogs, cats. Amazing personality. One example I'll give her. One horse has lost its way and came down to the cottage where Erickson was staying. He knew it was not his horse, it's somebody else's horse. He wanted to hand over the horse to the original owner. And sitting in his wheelchair, he was driving along with the horse and the road. Whenever the horse went for water or grazing, it used to come back. It ultimately landed into the owner's house. And horse, you cannot talk. See the amazing power there. And so Richard Bandler and John Grinder divided human beings, not exact division. They concluded that people might be either visual, either auditory, or either kinesthetic. Kinesthetic means feeling. And to a little extent, smell and taste also joins. Now I will go into first lesson of visual. And every one of you, if you don't understand, please react. Please react. Ask whatever question you want. Because in your question, I will get an answer for myself, which I was searching. I'll also be benefited. So ask wherever you want, please ask. You can, and you can put me even in the video model and then I can talk. No problem at all. Absolutely no problem at all, because whenever you want to slow the slides, you can slow. But then let me start first. Now I would like to see all of you. Moderator, can you put it in the gallery mode, please?
Yes, sir. I've removed this part.
Yeah. When everybody comes, I'll start. What is visual? Are we in gallery mode?
Sir, there is an option for you to change.
Yeah. I will do it.
Oh.
Yeah, I have done it. Thank you. I have done it. Now, I'm going to talk about the visual persons. Suppose you're a visual person, how you will behave, how you will go. Vikram, hold the hand like that itself, wherever you're holding. Be there. And all of you have a look at Vikram. Poonam, you get a sense of what he is doing. You did the same thing before. Have a look at Vikram. Okay, have a look. Because one exercise is coming, and I can easily tell you, you had a look at Poonam Malik and Vikram. That I can tell you. Okay, so that's why. Nothing else. Thank you very much, Vikram, for that trying to help us wherever you are. Visual person. Okay, I'm going to talk about visual. Anything you want, please ask. Now imagine that there is a TV in front of you. I want you to imagine. Okay, there's a TV in front of you. Okay. The moment the TV is on, remember the word visual. The moment the TV is on, what will the words that will come out as far as vision is concerned? When the TV is on, please react. I'll give you one clue. Okay, then you react. Oh, the brightness is bad. Increase it and reduce it. Brightness, visual. Okay, come out like that. If you can come out anything. Yeah, Vikram, good. Go. Your try is good. Try. Yeah. Because I'm going to talk about eyes also from there. Any other word you can think about? Some of the words are there in the PowerPoint. Okay, don't worry. Even if you don't get it, it's okay. But try some other words that you can get. Some other word that you can think about. I've told you one word. Okay. I've told you one word. Any other word you can get? Brightness. Then what else? What else? Can you use the word? Yeah.
Colorful, sir.
Yeah. Colorful. Very important word. Colorful. See, colors are all blurred. Colorful. A very important word. Because all people see color. Anything else you can use? Once again, one more word. Colorful. Ending in full. Another word. I know it's difficult. Beautiful. What a beautiful person he is. When you talk about handsome person, it will change. Okay. What a beautiful. Like that, the moment the TV is on, the person will be talking about visually how the TV, how the screen is, how beautiful it is, how wonderful it is, how colorful it is, how bright it is. All these things they will talk, and that's how they get into it. I'll give you some more words if you want. I think I have those are there in this thing. Okay, in the whatever I have written, it's there. But then let me see if I can give you some other words. Picture, bright, look, vision, eye, vivid, visualize, imagine, dark, hazy, notice, focus, shine. These are all visual words which many of us might be using in our regular discussions. Thus, when the person in the opposite side, if he talks, then you can take, here is a visual person talking about color, talking about brightness, talking about darkness. He may be, I'm cautioning, okay, he may be a visual person. Okay, put there that one this thing, and don't decide is a visual person. Later I'll come how we can use all these three together. Okay. Now, all visual persons are lean. In this picture, whom I can see now who's lean. Maybe Vikram, Annie, if I ask them to stand, they'll be lean. Okay. And then I'm going to come to the next. Okay. All visual persons are normally lean. Okay, that you must definitely understand that all visual persons are normally lean. And they are well dressed. Not that others won't dress. They are well dressed. Lean, well dressed. And the words that they use, it is there in the PowerPoint. More words you want, you ask me, I'll send it. Okay. And they breathe. Here, breathing, all the three patterns, you must understand the breathing. They will be breathing only up to the chest level. All visual persons. If you look at, you can understand. You know why? When they talk about the picture that is running here and nothing else. There is a picture running here. If you look at me and if you picturize, what is this man trying to tell? Bloody idiot. There's a picture going on here, and then you will be talking about, he looks really crazy. And look at the color of shirt he is wearing. Picturize. And so their breathing will be from here. Chest level. They want to run along with the picture. You got the meaning? You got the meaning? They want to run along with the picture. And they are very good engineers. All engineering, they are very good. Drafting, they are very good. Visual arts, they are wonderful. Painting, drawing, sciences, physics, mathematics, chemistry, they are all doctors and scientists. Most of them are visual person. Now, don't go into Abdul Kalam and tell me that his hair was like this. He never used to dress up. How is he a visual person? No, I'm not telling he's a visual person. But then if you look at those examples, I'm only trying to give some examples, okay, so that you'll understand what it is. Thin and tense. And I think something has happened to my video. And whenever you are in a meeting or in your conference, okay, look at how I'm sitting now. Okay, you may not be able to see my chair, all of you who are sitting here. That example I can give as Pauline and Minnie. They both are what I'm going to tell now. Okay. The moment the TV is on, immediately you will come forward. All visual persons. And here Minnie and Paul and Manan, they are near the windows. They're very near, very near. They want to see me more clearly. They want to see the screen more clearly. They want to see whether I am shaved or not. They want to see all that. Okay, don't mistake me. All that is part of visually trying to understand. So, get me. What are the things? Body-wise, how are they? React. Body-wise, how are they?
They are lean.
Yeah. And they are?
They are well-dressed.
Well-dressed. And when they come forward, you can do one thing also. They will look like a question mark if you look from this side. All visual people, when they come forward, they will look like a question mark when you look. Now, for training in visual, auditory, and kinesthetic, let me give you a guidance. All of us have TV, and we, what we do is, we sit with family and look. At least husband and wife, children, more the crowd, more merrier, as far as NLP is concerned. So go to a place where there is more merry that you can see. Go there and don't tell them you know what is visual, auditory, and kinesthetic. If you tell them, they will change. Just be at the side, watch them. Who is moving? who's not moving, who's well dressed. Even seeing TV, there are persons who come down well dressed. When they're sitting next to their husband and wife, the armpit smell will never come, the mouth smell will never come. They're very, very cautious about these things. And even when they want to pass wind, they will go out of the crowd. There are some people who will pass the wind. They never bother. I'm coming to them later. Okay. Now, visual person, because they are clean, they are bright, they are well dressed, they are thin, they come forward, they look at, and all the words that they use are visual. Can I go to the next person after giving a small training for it? Can I go to auditory? I think I spent 15 minutes on this. Same thing will happen to auditory and kinesthetic also. Okay, I didn't caution you, but nevertheless, can you get an onion from your house right now? If possible, those who can. Otherwise, don't worry. Okay, at least you can imagine an onion. No, imagine. At least you can imagine. Yeah, Sophia has gone to get the onion. Let her get it. At least those you can, because all of us are in the houses or wherever you are, and then you can get an onion. I just want you to get an onion. At least imagine the onion. Just a small training on visual, which I can impart because it is in the virtual mode. Okay. Otherwise, physical mode means I'll ask you to do a lot of things. Changing of dresses, standing up, sitting, so many things I will do. We'll be running about. So when the physical comes, I will do it. Okay. Yes, Sophie, you got the onion with you? Have a look at it. Have a look. Yeah. Not the small one, big one. Yeah, I didn't caution you. Big one. Yeah. Small one also you can try. Yeah, that I think Annie has also got. Just have a look at it. All of you, those who have the imagined onion in your hand, just have a look at it. Now close your eyes. Close your eyes. Immediately close your eyes. And look at the onion once again. Open up. Open your eyes. Whenever I tell close, open, it's going to go fast. Okay. Are you able to see the onion? Some of you may not. Some of you may not. Don't worry. Don't worry at all. If you're not able to see, it's good. Because you're in some other trait. You're not a visual person. Don't worry about it. Okay. Now, once again, look at the onion. Look at the onion. And Mini Sophia, mentally bring it close to you. Close your eyes. Double the onion. Double it once again. Double it once again. Are you able to see the onion? Open your eyes. Visual persons will be able to see the broader aspect of spread that has come. Non-visual person may not be able. Don't worry. Keep the onion. We will cut it today and eat it. Don't worry, Sophia and Sid. Okay. Now, I want you to look at the onion once again and go into it. Close your eyes and go into it and see the peelings of the onion. Open your eyes. For want of time, I'm just going fast. Open. You will have a feeling. Many of you will be able to see the onion. Even the peelings, even the layers. Some of you will tell even the color of the onion. Though we know the colors of the onion, white and violet mixed. You would have seen. You would have seen the colors today. If you've not seen, it's okay. You would have seen that white and violet mixed together. Some of you would have got the smell of the onion and felt nostalgic about it. There are. Some of you are there. Don't worry about it. Okay. So, visual person. Suppose you have to practice. Okay. Practice is the price that you pay for perfection. So you will have to practice these things. We'll have continuous classes, half an hour, thinking about visual, auditory, kinesthetic. I'll come down with that. Okay. Visual person. Are you at least little, have you understood a little at least of what a visual person is? Little at least. And look at the words that I have given. It is there in the PowerPoint. and also some of the visual person. I would like to read a sentence about the visual person, so that you know what. I'll take up Mini Madam. I see what you mean. Which is the visual word? Which is the visual word?
See.
Which is the visual word?
See.
See, yeah, I see what you mean. And Paulo Madam, it's a blind spot. Which is the visual word? Blind spot is the word.
Blind
Blind spot.
spot.
Yeah. You will look back on this. I'm angry. Okay. I'm angry. You will look back on this. Which is the visual word?
Look.
Look. Yeah. That's all. That's all. Look is the visual word that is written. You are a sore sight-eyed person. Or I'll put it like that. You are a sight for sore eyes. Which is the visual?
Sight.
Sight. Sore eye also. Both are visual. Looking closely, I understand that most of you are interested in NLP. Which is the visual word?
Looking.
Looking. That's all. That is all. So when you practice these things, you will understand that what a visual person is. Now, don't by looking at a person who is lean, thin, well-dressed, coming forward, talking from the chest, and then giving a, don't judge, but always judge by the words that they are using. I'm giving a caution. Always judge by the words that they are using. Clear? But thin, well-dressed are all traits of a visual person. Okay, clear? Shall I go to the next? Auditory?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. The auditory person, the moment the TV is switched on, what are the words that he might use? What are the words? The TV is on.
Volume.
What will you tell?
About the volume.
Yeah, auditory. What are the words that he will use the moment it is on?
Volume.
Volume. Yeah, it is too loud. Reduce it. Music. When you reduce it, I'm not able to hear. Increase it. Then what else can they tell? It's not clear. This talk is not clear. Totally disturbing. The auditory person might use those words. Now tell me quietly, Radhakrishnan, what NLP is. You're going on running. Tell the moment the TV is on. Okay, then hear properly. Say properly. These are the normal words. When the TV is on, they will use. Okay. And I asked you to look at Poonam and Vikram. And now Annie. Look at Annie and Amurtha. Look at. Let me be where you are. Be wherever you are. Look at Annie and Amurtha now. Yeah. And also Vikram. Vikram, have that hand like that itself. Have it like that. Look at that. Look at that. Okay, look at that. Normally, whenever this person goes, they will go into a telephone angle. Poonam was like that to start with. But the head was tilted on the opposite side. You must understand that also. Poonam, you had your hand here, but the cheeks and the face went to the opposite side. Even now it is to your right. And Vikram had his hand on the nose. All these people will go into a telephone angle when they are talking. And now you can also tell me that all the guys who are driving two-wheeler will be driving like this. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the Nasi, Amurta, gone. The Panchami, gone. Into the, have it Panchami, man. And you're all in that telephone angle now. They've all gone into that telephone angle. Moment it is on, not clear, not visible, they go into a telephone angle. They dress up. I'll give you the difference in dressing all the three. They dress up, but not as good as a visual person. They have to dress, otherwise they'll be arrested. Okay. So otherwise they will come out. The next guy is worse than this. Okay. So for a visual person, if I tell about dress, he'll be having a pant. He will tuck his shirt and have a nice belt, and his full hand will be fully sleeved inside, and then fully sleeved inside, and he'll have a pen in the pocket, and then his socks will match his pant, and he will wear a beautiful shoes, brown or black. Normally they choose brown or black. They won't go into all these sports shoes like crazy ones, which goes like this, which goes like that. They won't wear all that, because all that are worn by the auditory person. This auditory person will wear the shoes without socks. Yeah, photo. That's what you went like that. There's nothing wrong. Absolutely nothing wrong. Okay, absolutely nothing wrong. Don't worry. Absolutely nothing wrong. And they will dress up. They will not tuck in and all that. They will, one side will be seen. The dress will not be there. The button may not be. It will go up and down. They may not comb their hair. The visual person, they comb their hair very well. The auditory person may not comb their hair. They will just come like this and go off. And go off. So they dress, but not that they are very keen on dressing. Okay, they're not very keen on dressing. They have an even breath. They're not worried about the picture which is going on. They are more worried about the sounds that come from the opposite person. Whatever sound. If I tell you idiot, they will receive it. And they also know how to react. You are the idiot. Reaction. Okay, now don't react. All this in NLP, we will clout it. Don't worry. And then we will tell, you can't make me angry without my permission. You shout at me whatever you want. You can't make me angry without my permission. Put that into your mind. And even breath from the chest up to the diaphragm, they will be. You can watch it. You can see this. But don't. I used to tell salesperson in insurance, when you're selling insurance, don't look at the lady like this. Whenever you're looking at a lady client, be careful, man. This fellow went and got a banging. Sir, you taught me NLP. I looked at her. You got a banging. Yes, you look. Where did you look? Ethics are there. Whether you know NLP or whether you're a hypnotherapist, whether you're a doctor or not a doctor or engineer, certain ethics are there which has to be followed wherever you are. You're in US, when you're walking, you can't go and touch a dog just like that. The owner will bark at you. I did that and I got it. That's my experience. Even they are very good at music. They are very good at literary arts. They are very good at languages. And they are very good at linguistics. That's what John Grinder was. Richard Bandler was a visual and other things put together. They clear talk. They will very clearly talk. Even a rhythmic tempo will be there whenever they talk. As far as their weight is concerned, they are between the visual and the kinesthetic. Please understand the weight. The kinesthetic is fat. Fat, nothing to do with them. They have nothing to do. And their head, the kinesthetic head, will rest on their shoulder, meaning that they may not have a neck. When you look at a kinesthetic person, their head will be resting on the shoulder. You may not see their neck. You can see Parsul's neck. You can see Vikram's neck. You can see my neck. And I'm not going to tell whose neck I'm not able to see. You can judge yourself. Okay. Now, when they go like this, pain, immediately shift to the other side. They're and they are very good speakers also. And their tonalities can be easily changed and can go faster. I want you to listen to the sounds near you, whatever is the sound. Yeah. Whatever is the sound. Listen to the sounds that are near you. Using your voice, produce the same sound. Using your voice, mouth, whatever you want. Yeah, that Mini Madam is trying to do. Yeah.
I can see only the sound of rain, sir, but I don't know how to.
Yeah, that's okay. But at least you're able to listen to that.
Yes.
You're able to listen. That means auditorily strong. You're able to listen from there. From that distance, auditorily strong. You don't have a weak eardrum. Anybody else can sound what you listened?
Tick, tick, tick.
Listen again and try.
Pendulum. Tick.
Yeah. Some other sound. Just make an attempt. That's all. No, there's nothing wrong whether you do it or you don't do it. NLP is totally free. I told you, if you want, you can smoke. If you want, you can go off. If you want, you run away. Whatever, it is totally free. Don't worry about it at all. Okay, I spent another 15 minutes on auditory. And would you like to ask any question on auditory or visual? If there is anything, I will answer. Or you keep it to the end also. I don't mind. Wherever you want, you can ask. See that, Poonam hand, keep it like that, Poonam. Keep that finger, extend that finger, which you had. Yeah. That finger, extend again, keep it here. That finger, all other fingers were closed. When I saw, all other fingers were. This is the telephonic angle.
I had a query, sir. Should I ask now or after everything is done?
Ask.
I'm
No
good
problem.
either way.
Please ask.
So, my basic understanding is, see, whatever you said about auditory people is bang on. I mean, when I talk about myself,
Yeah.
I just fit so much into that definition.
Fine.
So, the entire category of population can be divided into these three segments, is it?
Yeah, visual, auditory, or kinesthetic.
Okay, that is
Visual.
one. And secondly, is there are some people who have considerable weight loss. Like
I'm
what
not-
happened to that woman?
Yeah, they won't commit autism.
So in that case, will they go from kinesthetic to directly visual in that case?
Beautiful question. That's a wonderful question. I will answer this after finishing kinesthetic. And I will also give you how Vijina said it. When the couple came inside, what was the problem? Have your water, Poonam. Don't worry. Just have your water. Just have. I want you to be totally relaxed. Don't worry at all. Just want to have water, have. I told you everything. Please feel free. Don't worry at all. Any other question? Or if you can reserve the questions even to the end of the time permits. Okay. Now I'll go into kinesthetic. Moment it is on, the TV is on. What are the words they will tell? Now, what they will do, I will tell you. You will have to see me in the standing position. Opposite of me is the TV. As it is on, and all of us are looking at the India-Pakistan match, where if Pakistan hits 1-6 in the last ball, they are going to win. And we are all nerve biting at the edge of our seats. Those who know cricket. Now, this man who is kinesthetic, as the TV is on, he will go near the TV, start touching it, and you can't see the screen. You got my point? This kinesthetic person will stand up, go near, start feeling the TV, and they'll be there. You can't see the match. He'll be covering the entire screen. Kinesthetically, he wants to go, and even though it is a TV, he wants to touch it. He wants to feel it. He wants to have a, feeling of what it is, why it is. And all our people from behind, what will they do? When he is there, he shout, rush, ask him to go this side, that side, move. Very coldly he'll stand. In fact, his dress would be a dhoti and a toned banyan. Tone. Kinesthetic are not worried about dress at all. They have to dress. They have to dress. Otherwise, they may not dress. This all lungi, there's this thing, and you can imagine all kinds of things that can happen when they dress up. Like they're not worried about pant color or anything. One leg may be red, the other leg may be blue. They will wear it. You're not worried about other people and things like that. They are very good athletes. They are very good at manual labor. They are very good at construction, nursing, housekeeping, cooking. That is why over a period of time, you will find that the housewife slowly becomes fat. Over a period of time, not immediately. When the husband saw her initially, all these guys want lean girl only. Nobody wants a fat girl. So they will take that marriage, and after marriage, 10 years down the line, this lady will become double will become 4 because she's not working, olden time. But then now all of them are fit. They don't take even an ice cream nowadays. These girls want to maintain like that. They don't take an ice cream. They don't want to have a pizza or a biryani. They don't want to have a sweet meat. Oh, I'll go fat. I used to tell someone, you bloody idiot, whether you're fat, lean, or thin, whatever you want to eat, enjoy yourself. Milton used to tell, the last thing that I will do in my life is to die. You want the meaning? You want the meaning? All other things I will do. With this polio. When he died in the year 1980, at age 78, he had 4 sons, 4 daughters, 1 lovely wife, 100 books to back him up. A polio-affected person. So they're very good. Their breathing is from the stomach, low, deep. You might see some of these yoga gurus, most of them are not lean. Some of them are also fat. And they will be able to do any exercise that the lean man is doing because of practice. Then deep tone, voice almost big, slow tempo. They may not shout. They are active. They are always active. Very, very active. Muscular body. They are very sensitive to anything. A nurse, a laborer should be sensitive. A nurse is also laboring hard. If you look at the nurse, she will receive your vomiting. Only a kinesthetic person can do it. Such is the thing about a kinesthetic person. And whenever it touches, he'll say, oh, push the TV back here. Push. Feeling. Okay. Push. Feeling. heavy, it's a feeling. It's rough, it is smooth. They're all feelings. Pressure, handle it well. It is warm, it is cold. All these words they will be used. Or kinesthetic people are very, very powerful people, because you look at the shot put, you look at the discus, you look at the javelin throws, you look at people even playing chess. Yeah, amazing people. I'm not downgrading the others also. All the three put together are amazing people. There is absolutely nothing to hide about these things, because NLP has divided. The world has not divided. NLP is only an art and science. It is not a total science. It is an art, it is a science. Through NLP you can. Now, what did Vijana Satir do with these two people who came down? Imagine that I am a visual person and my wife is a kinesthetic person. Okay, we fight every day. For what? We do not know. We do not know. We do not know the reason for why we are fighting. I'll give you an example. As a visual person, I have a table in front of my, near my, what is that beauty table called as? Beautician table. Where
Dressing
you have the mirror and things like that.
dressing table.
Dressing table.
Yeah, yeah, that's it. I have a table there. There, what I will do is, before going to bath, I'll have my water bottle in one area. I'll have my cell phone in one place. I'll have another cell phone. I'll have my 2 pens straight. Then I'll have all my ironed shirts there. And behind that, I'll be having a photo frame and things like that, and go for bath. And while I was bathing, my wife will take the cell phone and keep it somewhere else. She'll take the water and pour it on that, and it will spoil my shirt and all those things. And by the time I come out, the whole table will be clumsy. I get angry. My God, who did it? I don't know who did it, is the reply from the other end. Your table, you only should have done it. Reply. No, when I went for my bath, it was good. It was there. It was here. It was there. Now, why do you shout where it was not? Come and have your breakfast. They want to get rid of the action that has taken place, but I stick on to it. We land up in the Supreme Court for divorce. Small things will get heated up. Vijana Satir, when these two people came down, she understood one is a visual and the other is a kinesthetic, or the other is a what you know as auditory. To the auditory person, she talked in the auditory language of the husband. To the visual husband, she talked in the visual language of the wife. And over a period of time, made them understand that this person is beautiful and that person is sound oriented. So, if you want to satisfy her, sing a sweet song. Happy birthday to you. And if you say, happy birthday to you, gone. You're gone. She will throw a stone at you. And to the wife, oh, what a handsome husband I have. Even at 60, look at his hair, look at his face. Clean shaved even now. His shirts and pants are so beautiful. I never realized all along. Then Satir used to make both of them talk in these languages and then make them understand the use of visual, auditory, or kinesthetic, and then go about it. Now, as people who know visual, auditory, or kinesthetic, you choose where you are. There is a pattern to select. I'll send that pattern if you choose wherever you are. And then if you're a visual person, you find the other person as kinesthetic, who want to have a good relation as a visual person. Learn the tactics of a kinesthetic person and talk in terms of the kinesthetic person who is opposite to you. They will fall in love. I'm not talking about the natural love that may take place in the beaches or not that. That is more easy with this. With NLP, if you want to tackle any girl or a boy, this is easy. Only know you must understand where they are and talk those languages. That's all. So that way, now that understanding visual, auditory, or kinesthetic, you can use those things to understand where it is and then react accordingly. Yeah? Any questions? I spent another 15 minutes on kinesthetic. Visual, one important thing I'll tell after some time. One important eye movements is there for the visual person alone. Okay. Now, any questions as far as all the three are concerned, or one is concerned, or what is NLP? What science is it? Anything you can call. No problem.
Is there something mixed?
Is there?
Mix of two categories?
Beautiful. That's the question. That's the question. That's the question even Poonam asked earlier. Those were the questions. Really. You take Sir Abdul Kalam. Okay. He became the president of India. Okay. He had to go on foreign visits. You know, when he was in ISRO, he used to wear a pant and shirt. When he became the president of India, you know, a lot of things will come left, right, center, and all these things will come around. Will all come around. So when he became the president of India, they had to comb his hair. He never used to allow anybody to touch his hair. It will be like this, or like the kinesthetic person. So they have to comb, and you saw that round in his head when his haircut came, that round. They had to give him a suit when he goes to America because he's going to talk to the American president. He started with a safari. So they made him wear a safari, talk, and then made him put this in. Somebody used to tie this tie also to him. At a given point of time, Sir Abdul Kalam had to be a visual person. At a given point of time, Sir Abdul Kalam had to listen to what the United States president has to do. For a point of time, Sri Abdul Kalam had to dress up neatly well and show his tactical senses. And he had to have deep breath from top up bottom so that he will understand the other person. At a given point of time, you may, the opposite person also may be in any of these traits. I'll give you an example. A person who is not lean, middle, but beautifully dressed. Have you seen? Girl, wonderfully dressed. Amazing dress. Even at looking at the dress, you'll love them. Such dresses they have. You should not immediately conclude that they are visual. Listen to their words, what they are talking. I am able to hear that you are telling my dress is fine. What is the word that I used?
Fine.
Sure.
Tell.
Tell.
Auditory. Coming from the auditory level. Tell. You are a beautiful person. Where do I come from? What is the word?
Beautiful.
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 Good. You're coming from the
Visual.
visual angle. Yeah, good. Visual angle. So a person, Amrita, will be a combination of two or a combination of all three, but he will be personally having a trait, and that might be either visual, auditory, or kinesthetic. The best example I take is, have you seen MGR? MG Ramachandran, the actor? Or have you seen Amitabh Bachchan? Let's take Amitabh Bachchan. Everyone would have seen. Everyone would have seen. No, he's tall. It's quite tall, well dressed. When he is in Kaun Banane Crorepati hai, he will spread and shine, put up big this thing, and he will clap his hands and bring out words that they are visual, auditory, and kinesthetic. Very difficult to judge from where our Amitabh Bachchan is coming. So listen to one word, second word, third word, find out whether it's visual, auditory, or kinesthetic. Then shift yourself. Don't tell them you're a kinesthetic person. I know that. Don't tell them that. You shift to kinesthetic and talk. Everywhere you'll get visual person. I told you, I'll show you a eye movement for visual person. I think moderator, you can get me a bigger picture of me so that all of you can see where my eyes are moving. Okay. After that, come back. Yeah. Now, the host has spotlighted you. Yeah. Now you all can see my eyes. Okay. Now let's just imagine that Annie married? Anida?
I'm here, sir.
Are you married?
No.
No, not yet. Okay, now imagine you're married. Okay. Imagine. Anyway, I'll take the example with you only, because you're the person who will not hit me. Second thing. Now, Annie is married. Okay. Now, she wants her husband to buy a diamond necklace for her. Her friend has purchased one somewhere and gone. So, she wants her husband. And she's going to ask her husband, who's a busy person, very rich person, coming down, and she's going to ask him to buy a diamond necklace. Now, whether he'll buy or not, Annie will know today itself, now itself. Just imagine the husband is just like me, and look at the eyes of this person. I lifted this hand here. When my eyes goes here, you will have to tell me left. When it goes this side, you will have to tell me right. Left, right. Okay, tell me. And then tell me what I'm going to do. Okay. Tell me.
Left.
Left. Right.
Left.
Right.
Right.
Right where?
Down.
Right down. Okay. Right down. One more moment. See here.
Left.
Left.
Right down.
Right down. Left.
Up.
Right up.
Right.
Where up?
Up.
If Annie sees her husband's eyes moving from left to right, and right up, he will buy the diamond necklace today itself.
Wow.
If the eyes goes, first time it went right down, no? And left down, right up. Whatever cry she makes, whatever biryani she makes, whatever food she makes, however she behaves, whatever behavior she wants, diamond necklace is out of question. Try some other good day. You know the eye movements? These eye movements are only for visual person, not for others. Okay? Got me? Got me? Yeah. Now, in Toastmasters, yeah, bring me back to the gallery. I'll go to the gallery and I'll go to the gallery. Yeah, gallery. In Toastmasters, what we're going to do is we're going to give speeches. Okay, we're going to give speeches. It may be auditory, visual, or kinesthetic. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. But if you want to attract the audience, you must use all the three. There might be a visual person sitting as an audience. There might be an auditory person sitting as an audience. There may be a kinesthetic person sitting as an audience. That is how the world champion won it. Audience reaction, you will get 25 marks on that, audience reactions and public reactions. The judges will look at the audience reactions. Even here, when I was a judge, I used to look at the people who are doing that. Okay, so you have to use all these traits. So what you do is, first try to use the visual words once, only one visual. Oh, that is good, that is bad, that is bad. I've given the words. Okay, if you want more words, I'll send it. No problem at all. Okay, then go into auditory, then go into kinesthetic, then mix two, then mix all the three and give the talk. Slowly you will develop your capacity to attract not only Toastmasters. In this way, you will be able to attract people outside also. Totally outside. You can easily attract them. Okay, so I still have another 5 minutes. Before that, I'll ask some questions. This is visual, auditory, and kinesthetic. If you want, I will repeat the same thing again and again and again until it gets into our nervous system, so that we will practice this. You will practice with other people. I'll come personally one day to Trishur Club and make you all interact with the other person, talk and do all that. When the physical area comes, it's a very, very powerful technique. I can guarantee you that on that. Okay. Any questions? Any questions?
Sir,
Yeah.
I could understand my features. I think I am an auditory person.
Maybe I will send a questionnaire regarding that, whether you're auditory, visual, or kinesthetic. I'll send a question, fill up that questionnaire, and you only know that you're an auditory person. You only know that. You're good at auditory, you're good at that level. And so when you're reacting with a visual person, you must know all the visual traits.
Okay.
You must know all the kinesthetic traits.
Mm.
You're strong at auditory, as you feel. But you must understand the other two also, the words, so that when the person opposite to you, if they come down to you, they talk to you in visual language, you should be able to get it. Only by practice you'll get it. Okay? Clear? Very, very clear. Yeah. I think I still have only 3 more minutes, but before that, may I request your permission to go about with the fast phobia technique. Do you have time? Otherwise, we will put it out for another day. This will take at least 15 minutes. You can get rid of phobia of cockroaches, phobia of snails, phobia of snakes, and I told husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, all these phobias you can get rid of.
When we do this session, I think it will be very good. If we can extend.
Afterwards, or no?
No, if we can extend it, if everyone is fine, we can go ahead.
Yeah, can I go ahead if everybody is fine? You may have to close your eyes for around 5 to 10 minutes. With that, everybody is fine. Yeah, everybody is fine. So I'll now I want you. I started the technique. Okay, I want you to get the feeling of fear, whatever you got. Everybody will be having different fears. Just get the feeling of the fear. Just go into, last time when you got up and when you got down in a running bus, people shouted at you. You saw a snake, you got into fear. Somebody started shouting at you, you got into a fear. Something like that, some small fear. Get into a very small fear to start with. Okay. May I presume, assume, that's why I'm using the word presume. Assume is making an ass of you and me. ASS, you and me. Ass of you and me. So I want to presume. Even that is like that. You got a feeling? Have you got a feeling of a small fear that you have? Everyone?
Yes.
Okay. Can I go ahead with the technique? Can I go ahead with the taking? If you want, I will send this script, to Annie or somebody. You all can look at the script also and practice. Don't go into the first level itself. Don't think that you've got out of the fear. Keep practicing, the fear will go off. And you will feel by your own self that you no longer have the fear. Okay. So I presume that all of you have a small fear. Now close your eyes. Don't open until I ask you to open. I will go only by the script so that when I send you the script, it will be easy for you. I'm not going to use all my techniques here, only the script. Close your eyes. Take a minute and think of the situation that makes you moderately fearful. All closing your eyes. It can be a cold call, making a presentation, any other situation that makes you afraid. Think about it just enough to get a little bit of the feeling of fear. You must get access to the part of you, that creates the fear. I'll repeat again. You must get access to the part of you that creates the fear. Now, in your mind's eye, imagine you are sitting in a large movie theater. See yourself up on the screen in a still picture just before you had the fearful response for the first time. Now, imagine floating out of your body and go up into the projector's room so that now you can look out and see yourself, watching yourself on the screen. You're sitting, you're watching yourself on the screen. As you watch yourself watching on the screen, begin to run a black and white movie of what actually occurred in the fearful situation, and see yourself going through the experience. Continue to watch the movie from the projector's room until you reach the end of the situation when the trauma was over. And you can tell from your movie that you are safe again. At this point, make the movie still. Now, leave the projector room. Step into the still picture of the screen. Step into the still picture of the screen, that is you. Step inside you on the screen and go through the experience backward in color, just as time were reversed and were being sucked back by a giant vacuum cleaner. Do it as fast as possible. Do this very quickly in about 1.5 seconds. Do this several more times. Go to the screen, suck yourself back in color, suck yourself back in color, suck yourself back in color. When you're finished, physically get up off your body round, shake your arms and take a deep breath. Now think of the experience once again and rate yourself from a scale of 1 to 10. You can open your eyes. Rate yourself with an experience of 1 to 10. Now, once again, I'll be asking you to close the eyes and I'll be going through the draft a little faster. Okay, little faster. Ready? Close your eyes, please. Take a minute and think of a situation that makes you moderately fearful. This could be a cold call, making a presentation, or any other situation that makes you afraid. Think about it just enough to get a little bit of the feeling of fear. You must get access to the part of you that creates the fear. Now in your mind's eye, imagine you are sitting in a large movie theater. See yourself on the screen in a still picture just before you had the fearful response for the first time. Now imagine floating out of your body and go up into the projector's booth so that now you can look out and see yourself, watching yourself on the screen. Stay in this projector booth until you're instructed to leave it. Watch a movie. As you watch yourself begin to run a black and white movie of what actually occurred in that fearful situation, and see yourself going through that experience. Continue to watch that movie until you reach the end of the situation where the trauma is over and you feel that you are safe. At this point, stop the movie and make it a still point. Now, leave the projector's room. Step into the still picture on the screen and go through the experience backward in color, just as if time was reversed and you were sucked back through it by a giant vacuum cleaner. Do this very quickly several times in about 1.5 seconds. Do this several more times. If you believe that will help you. When you're finished, actually physically get up and move your body around, shake your arms and take a deep breath. Open your eyes and rate yourself from a scale of 1 to 10. The fear might go, might not have gone. The scale of fear might have gone down, may not have gone down. You'll have to practice it for some time. Then it will go off. I'm very sure about it. This we have done to several people. And yeah, Anil, you have Arpita, you have Amalda, you have any question? Please ask. No problem. Please ask. Whatever it is.
I would really love to know about in which category actually I belong to. I've been hearing about kinesthetic and visual and auditory, but I don't know whether I fit into any of them. Like, I'm not sure in which I actually fit.
Don't worry. It took nearly 3 years.
A way to find.
Yeah, Amalda. It took nearly 3 years for me to find out where I fit in. Okay, don't worry about it. I think we just come into the introduction of NLP. If you want, I'll send you a questionnaire where you can identify where you are. And then check. Through the questionnaire, you may be able to identify, use the word identify, where you are. But then you must go through the processes of dressing, language, looking at people, seeing all that, and then fall into the group. Through the questionnaire, don't decide you're a visual, auditory, or kinesthetic. Get into that, you will have a feeling. Once you have the feeling, you will be able to go through. This fast phobia technique, you have any questions, you can ask me. I can send the script to you. Even tonight, I'll send it to Annie. And you can go through the fast phobia technique, practice it. Ask somebody to read it and you go through it. Take a moderate, fearful situation. Don't take big ones. Somebody poked you with a knife, all that don't take. Take it at a later time.
Sir.
Yeah.
This is Annie.
Yeah.
Sir, with regards to the phobia thing, I found that I have a lot of phobias.
Yeah,
A,
yeah,
a lot. It's a very big number.
yeah,
And the thing is that I get like a panic attack at some things. Even if it's a small creature or something, I kind
yeah,
of get a panic attack, and
yeah, yeah, yeah,
it's really bad.
yeah,
It's there for just that second, but it's really bad. I get like a pain in my heart or something. I don't know why. Uh,
yeah.
so can that be made okay by this?
Thank you for this wonderful question that you have asked for all of us put together.
Yes.
A phobia all of us will be having. That has come through our birth. Don't worry about it. You practice this technique, all the creatures will be out of your head. So imagine that you have 100 phobias. All the 100 phobias cannot be got rid in one day out of this one technique. Use one phobia where you want to get rid immediately. Use that technique. You will get rid of it within 3 days. Practice morning, afternoon, evening. 3 days is enough. I'll send you the script. Read the script. Go through it. Ask somebody to read it for you. Or ask me to read it. I'll read it. Phobias will go off. You come to me after 6 months and tell me, you must make me get some fear. Like that, it will go off. Okay, very big phobias like poking through the knife or getting tying a rope around your neck and trying to hang. All that will take some time. There's another technique for that. But small techniques like whatever you're told, a lot of creatures. My wife used to get worried about lizards. Now she's going about catching lizards in the kitchen. At least she'll use a paper and catch it and throw it. Hey, what is that you're doing? I'm catching this lizard. My God. You won't believe if I tell you, not this technique, another technique. One officer in a leading bank had his left hand thumb inside his mouth whenever he talks. Inside his mouth. In 1 week of NLP technique, his hands are out his mouth. It really happened. I've seen the person. My one great friend was in love with another guy. Love with another deep love. They had whatever they have to have, deep love. But inside her, something was telling this guy was not good. Inside her, he was good outside, but inside her, something was telling that this guy was not good. Through NLP, we got her out of it. Married to another guy and having 3 children now. The other guy is also married. It can help wherever you are, but learning takes some time. Or in Bombay and all, it's very easy. You can go to any NLP trainer, but he should be a certified trainer. There are a lot of people. We have 3 levels: first level, second level, like that. The second level guys will start teaching. They will not know the implication. Certified trainer. Look at the certificate if you want. I can show the certificate if you want. Just like that. Go for a certified trainer. Don't go. Or if you're ready to go to Goa, I can give you the addresses and things like that. You can have a wonderful session on NLP in Goa. For a 20-day session, I think staying there, it may cost you a lakh of rupees. It is known as basic NLP training. Online also sometimes it comes. Basic, advanced, trainers training. And one more level is there. Master trainer. Master trainer will cost you 5 lakhs. Okay, all that. Let me not go into that. Any questions? Anywhere else? Fast phobia. I'll definitely send Annie the script, or I'll put it in the those who want, those are not in Toastmasters can ask Annie for the script. probably tonight itself I'll send it so that you can, that fear, and you start practicing. And I'm sure you will lose all these creatures you will love hereafter. Don't marry them. You love them hereafter. There won't be any fear. Don't worry. Practice only thus. If you want to change some habit, there's another technique which I be able to do only physically, because I have to see your breathing levels and things like that. So any habit can be changed. I told you this man having his hand inside this, smoking, procrastination, drinking. Any habit you can change through NLP. And it takes, if this fast phobia technique, once you practice, it will take only 2 minutes, not more than that. Any questions? I think I've exceeded your time. I may be pardoned for that because I've taken 15 minutes more of your time. Visual, auditory, kinesthetic, the only thing I planned, then I thought I will give one technique so that you will understand NLP to a certain extent. And Toastmasters, when we come into speeches, I'll point out where it is. And this PowerPoint has got all that I spoke today, including some of the words and phrases there. They are there. It's just only small things I've given. But then if you want more, you can ask me. I'll send it across. Yeah. Any questions? Any questions? I'm ready, but then I'll leave it to you all. I will request for the president or Annie or any one of you.
As regards the marriages,
Ah.
I think it will be preferable to see the matches in their personality features, right? Instead of horoscope matches.
Yeah. Don't force anybody to get.
One is auditory and the other one is.
Yeah. Now I'll give you an example. You told marriage, don't get me wrong. Okay. When I tell this example, don't get me wrong. But this is the fact of it. You go to any beach in India. Okay. You will find both the boy and the girl very close. Okay. And there will be hot sun during daytime. They cut college or school and then they are sitting there. Hot sun. Are they bothered about the sun? Are they bothered about the people who are going to look? Are they bothered about the barking dog? Are they bothered about the sea? Are they bothered about the policeman who is going to come? They are infatuated to that level. And in several of these cases, after wedding, they have gone to the court. So your question, Panchimera, in marriages, it's better to allow the girl to choose the boy or the boy to choose the girl. Of course, we have certain things called religion. We have certain things called customs. It's better to enlighten our children in that area. See, my dear, our customs are like this. And if you go and fall into that custom where you may not get used to it, it will be difficult for you. You will find it. Tell them. Don't beat them. I know of a case where the father used to follow the girl to school, to college. Morning he'll drop, afternoon he'll give the lunch, and evening he'll bring her to school. And then she got an appointment in the Reserve Bank of India. He used to go to Reserve Bank, bring her back in the evening, back and back and back. One day when he went into the Reserve Bank of India at the entrance, he saw his daughter along. This girl is an Iyengar girl, along with a Christian boy, with garland and standing in front of the father. The people in Reserve Bank itself, inside Reserve Bank, they performed the wedding. Too tight. Following to school, following that. I do not know whether he followed her to the toilet and all these places. It doesn't work. Nowadays, it doesn't work. Olden days, we used to get all the beating. I have seen my wife only once. After that, when I wanted to go and meet her, I had 3 months time. She is also standing here, listening to what foolish things I might talk. You can talk. You can call her and talk. I used to go in the main road and look at her house. This girl never used to come out, and I would have a look. And when you go to the shop, you can't be standing there throughout. Then you tell, give one sharbat, I will ask, I'll take. Then give one chaya, then give one bhaji. 2-3 hours you're standing there. In between, you must encourage that guy with whom I'm standing. And I never used to find this girl. So those days have now gone. Now when they come, you talk to the boy, you talk to the girl, let them understand each other. And when you teach these boys and girls about visual, auditory, and that, it will be good. It will be really good. You can teach them, slowly teach them. Or I can take a class for people who are going to get married. Or I can take a class for the pregnant woman. Very, very important. We must all know in the 7th week, we are consumed, we are born. The brain is there. And when you're holding the tubes of your mother, you'll have to move. What a science it is. Where has God created all of us? And when you come out, you will be crying. If you don't cry, you'll die. All of you know, no? Otherwise, the nurse will give one beating on your back. Then only you'll cry. So the lungs will expand. And only the lungs are folded and kept here. The first breath only it will expand. Otherwise, it will die. You will be crying, and all the people around will be enjoying. Oh boy, oh girl, what beautiful. She's got hair of the cranny, mouth of that cranny, stomach of this, that. All of you will be celebrating. First year, second year, third year, fifth year, kick the cut. What a lovely girl. And when you die, you will be peacefully dying. All others will be crying. It's the opposite of life. In between is all this hullabulla, NLP, hypnosis, Toastmasters, one doctor, all this is in between these two. God could not be everywhere. That's why he created mothers. Every child in this country should understand the value of mothers. It's a deep science, which we can talk later. Okay. We can talk later. NLP, you tell me, I can go ahead again, one more class or one more I can take. But it's not possible to take you on to any techniques when you are in this mode. Technique means I have to really see whether you're breathing correct, whether your thoughts are there. I'll have to see whether you're practicing that. When we can physically arrange, now it is possible. I'll come to Thrissur, don't worry about that. Do the same thing again. Once again, we'll do so that we'll get into the head. A lot of things called anchors. A lot of things called reframing. So many things are there in even language. Erickson Milton language method. So many things are there. Perpetual positions, where you are in family. If I ask you one word, you please react. I use the word coffee. What comes to your mind? Just react. Just react. What comes to your mind?
A mug.
Yeah.
What I drink every day.
Yeah. Then what else?
I like the fragrance of coffee.
The fragrance of coffee. That is.
I don't like coffee.
You don't like coffee. But what else comes?
Steam.
You don't like coffee. But what else comes? Yeah.
Mug.
The mug. Yeah, the mug. You feel. You have the feeling of the mug. Kinesthetic. There. I like the smell. Smell. Then what else? What else? You like the color of the mug? Do you like the color of the mug? Visual. And when you stir it in a spoon, you make that, get that sound. Auditory. In coffee itself, you must have visual, auditory, and kinesthetic. Think about life. So much it is. Practice, practice, and practice. Get stronger. Yeah, I think it's getting time. I will go on talking about NLP because I want to give out whatever I have. Yeah, and some of you while doing the phobia cure, I'm not naming anybody. You opened your eyes in between, that will not work. Until the end, you have to go. Closing your eyes. Clear? Okay. President or Annie, you can tell me, please close, my dear Radhakrishna, it's getting over.
No, sir. Thank you so much. I mean,
Yeah.
there was a plethora of information through this session, but at the same time, every little bit of it was handed down to us with so much care, so much concern, making sure that every single person in the room understood it with examples. And I really loved the idea of having a visual, auditory, and kinesthetic. I never knew those things existed. And now I'm interested in finding what is my area. Am I visual, or am I auditory, or am I kinesthetic? And it gives us an idea for us to connect with people. That was new. I thought how NLP was related to Toastmasters, but now I think I could understand that. And the phobia thing, definitely I'll be making sure of that. So.
Practice. Practice the
Yeah.
phobia cure. It will go. I'm 100% sure you'll get rid of many phobias.
Yeah, so I think a better person to explain. I mean, we all know, we Toastmasters Club of Thrissur know how distinguished Toastmaster Radhakrishnan is. What about Toastmaster Poonam? Because I think she's visiting us for the first time.
I like to have
And
action.
yeah, she might
Yeah.
be the best
Please
person to
talk,
explain
please talk.
today's session.
Yeah.
I actually, actually I am a Malayali too. I'm married to a Bengali. So yes.
Enjoy.
Yeah. So the thing is, I had just liked the page of Toastmaster of Thrissur because my mom is also from Thrissur. That's why. And I came across this that you're having a session on NLP. So it got me quite intrigued on, how it is and all of that. So, but it's really been life changing. I mean, I have attended so many seminars in a span of so many years, but this has been really worthwhile. I mean, it's definitely changed my perception towards thinking in a completely different way. And you explained it so nicely. I mean, we use this term in Hindi called dil se. Aapne explain kiya ye cheez ko. So that was unbelievable, sir. Thank you so much with all my heart. And if you're coming to Bombay, please, I need to meet you.
I'll come. If you want me to handle some classes, I'll come for a
Please,
2-day
please
session
do,
and
please
train.
do.
I'll also certify you all because I am authorized to certify.
Yes, wonderful, wonderful.
Yeah.
Any more seminars, I would be interested, sir. If I can get your contact details, I will.
Yeah, please. Even if you want to train children for higher studies, earning good marks, memory, you can call me.
Sure,
All
sir.
our children I'm offering. Okay. Yeah. Anything else? Anybody else want to? Shrija, how was it? I like to hear from you. If it is bad, tell me it is bad so that I'll improve myself.
I'll just log out, everyone. Nice meeting you all.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye. We can log out after Srija's.
Bye. Thank you, sir.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you, Radhakrishnan sir. It was amazing. I don't have words. I have attended one NLP session by Ashwati Dinil.
By Ashwin Dinil.
Ashwati
Dinil, yeah. I only sent her to Goa.
Okay, yeah. She could tell me that she got it from Goa. So, I am quite interested to learn about it, to know how I can transform my life. I already use certain techniques that she tells me. And the moment I saw this, I was a little late because I had another meeting. I was so glad that I could join on time. Thank you. It was really good.
Very good.
And like Pallavi said, I will also get in touch with you if it's okay with you.
Good, good, good.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, yeah. Any other reactions I can have? Or you can close it because it's already 9.
Sir, actually, I was thinking that we shall practice it in our professional life too. Isn't it,
Yeah.
sir? I'm Toastmaster Mini. My phone got switched off. That is why I'm joining from Annie's laptop. I think that we have to practice it in our professional life also.
Practice it. Practice it.
Yes. So I think Toastmaster Prasoon, would you like to have any final?
No, my mind is actually going through all the stuff that Sir
Yeah.
just said. So there's a lot of
We're still
information
stuck
and-
there.
Yes, so I'm just trying to see how those things can be applied, practically. I think doing Toastmaster as well. I'm sure this is going to be helping me a lot with some of the things that I'm doing right now, because I'm basically in entrepreneurship. So meeting a lot of prospectus investors and also a lot of things can be applied there. So this was really kind of an eye opener. So there's a lot of pointers. And the second thing I was thinking about is when can we have the next session? So I was about to ask Annie after the session. When,
I will schedule it as soon as possible.
Yeah.